Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Let's get right to it, guys. You saw the thumbnail. It just gets easier and easier, okay? Now, allow me to do 10 swings with a 35-pound kettlebell because it does sort of tie into how I'm going to explain this. All right? Here we go. Get your posture, hip flexors. All right? Let me honk a little bit and we'll get to it. Believe me, it's going to come together. Here's the deal. It just gets easier and easier. Now, just about every single topic that I have here, guys, that I put in this channel, comes from my students, my teaching. Guys, I'm a teacher. And I pretty much have been. My father started me teaching when I was 15 years old. And instead of, while all my friends are bagging groceries at the local grocery store, I'm sitting down in my basement. He got me a handful of trumpet students. I've been literally teaching since I was 15 years old. And guys, that's what I do is I teach. And it all comes from teaching. And two things from vastly different players, but certainly both students of mine and whatnot. So one came from a young man, high school kid. He says, Ralph, I had a great day playing. He sent me a little video. He says, the first notes of the day, I didn't even warm up. I was going up to high Fs as big as a house, and he sent me a 15-second thing with a 2-octave F major arpeggio. Bum, 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 bum. Popped it right off. Any player in New York City would love to have that high F. And he says, but the problem was, when we got to band, I was cacking a few things that I normally don't cack, and a couple times, the endurance, I felt like in the middle of a phrase, I had to stop, spit, buzz, reset, and all this sort of stuff. What's going on? Okay. Now, another one, an older player, and quite a good professional, lead player extraordinaire, is outlining what he did on this gig, and he says, but I got to the flugelhorn, man, and cacking a few things, blah, blah, blah. Now, he's talking about playing double C's and playing the scream solo on this and this, that. First of all, guys, you have to look at the big picture. I mean, think about what you just said. The high school kid. What high school kid in the world can just, no warm-up, 2-octave F major scale, F major arpeggio? Very, very few. 10 in the world, okay? And the professional, listen to what you just said. Maynard this, Bill Chase this, Buddy Rich this, and all of a sudden you're cacking a little bit on okay. Here's the deal. Now they wanted, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Guys, without me being there to listen, it's almost impossible for me to say was something wrong, okay? I can only think that both of you were probably straining a little too much on the high notes. And when it came down in the middle, you were a little tight. It took you a while to. That's the only thing I can think of without being there. Okay? But here's the deal, and this ties in to the kettlebell and the thumbnail. Guys, if you're playing correctly, which both of them are, it just gets easier and easier. To the point where a high F for the high school kid is going to be child's play, and he's going to have plenty left down the road. And the other guy, again, it just gets easier and easier if you play correctly. Now, as you know, I work with a lot of athletes, and the amazing thing is, guys, every single thing I do with athletes is based on what I learned with Jerry. Relaxation, compression, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Now, let's just say somebody just learned kettlebell. Okay? And a gentleman using a 35-pound kettlebell. Okay? And we got him doing two-handed swings. That's what I just did. Now, that set of 10 that I did will take anywhere from 12 to 15 seconds. All right? Now, also, that exercise gets every single muscle in the body from the neck down. Okay, it's one of the greatest single exercises you can ever do. So what happens in those 15 seconds, you do the kettlebell, 15 seconds, you rest 45 seconds, and at the top of the next minute, you do it again. So if you do a 30-minute workout, you've done 300 swings. 30 sets of 10 swings. Okay, that's a beginner, okay? Down the road, 6 months down the road, geez, Ralph, it's getting so easy. And I want to go to the next level, but I don't have the time to put in, an hour, hour and a half workout. Okay, take your 35-pound kettlebell and get a 40-pound and do the same thing. Guys, the same thing just gets easier and easier and easier to the point where you're getting stronger, you're getting more flexible, you have more endurance. The same thing with the trumpet. Guys, that is why I absolutely love characteristic studies. Guys, it is just tremendous, tremendous trumpet music, and it keeps me in your happy zone. You just keep doing what you're doing, and it's right, and it gets easier and easier and easier. To a month from now, 6 months from now, you're doing the exact same thing, but all of a sudden, all these cacks and everything that you're talking about are gone. What did I do? You're just doing it correctly. Now, here's the thing, and many times, guys, you don't even realize you're doing it, what I'm about to say. Okay? Now, what happens, guys? The more you play in your happy zone and don't strain, the more you're going to relax the corners. Without even thinking about it, you are going to relax the corners. Okay? And once again, without even thinking about it, that is going to thicken the tongue. If you're tight and way back here, there's only a couple things that the tongue can do. If you relax and out here, there's much more room, much easier. So without even thinking about it, just being in the happy zone, you're going to relax your corners and thicken the tongue. Just naturally, it's going to happen. Then, guys, when that happens and you're in your happy zone, guys, it's so easy, you use less air. So like adding more weight for the kettlebell, all of a sudden, with your characteristic studies, you start taking a few things up an octave. Gee, that came out easy. Yeah. That's it. Guys, how many times, I must have hundreds of students that are watching this. How many times have I told you after, say, a C scale or a section of the Clark or a section of Arbin or anything, I say, dude, you got it. You don't need me anymore. Guys, trust me, I'm not blowing you off. I'll hold your hand and take you wherever you have to go, okay? But you've got it. And from there, it just gets easier and easier and easier. Guys, I worked with, for years, as lead trumpet with the great dancers, Maurice and Gregory Hines. It was great. It was all Duke Ellington stuff. It was wonderful. The ease that those gentlemen just caressed the stage was breathtaking. It wasn't hard for them. That tapping and everything, it's not hard. It's easy. Guys, it gets easier and easier. and just stick with the fundamentals, and all those cacks disappear. Now, with all that said, you need a 1SB. You just do. You need a 1SB. Anyway, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.